Hi, my name's Joey. I'm with Perfect Gardens, and today I'm just doing a quick video for the people who are brand new to indoor gardening. You've never done it before and you have no idea what you're doing. This video is just for you guys. If you understand indoor gardening or you've been doing it for a while, this is going to be basic information that you already know. Today I'm going to be talking about the difference between metal halide bulbs and high pressure sodium bulbs. There's a lot of different brands on the market, so I'm not going to get into what brand is better and this and that. I'm simply just telling you the difference between metal halide and high pressure sodium. As you can immediately tell, the metal halide bulbs are actually a lot bigger in the fact that they're more of a fat bulb. They're a little bit more of a wider bulb, I should say, not necessarily bigger. While the high pressure sodium bulbs are a lot skinnier. They're taller and skinnier, not so much a fat bulb. So that's one way to distinguish the difference between both bulbs immediately. If maybe you have some spare bulbs, used bulbs, or somebody gave you some, now you're going to know what you're dealing with right away. The second difference that you'll notice with these bulbs that is reflected on the marketing on these boxes here is that the metal halide bulb is typically going to give off more of a blue color as opposed to the high pressure sodium giving off more of a red color, more of a reddish orange color. So the purpose to these bulbs is that you're going to use them in different stages of growth. Most plants are going to have a vegetative stage where they're only producing leaves. They're getting the stalk a lot thicker, they're getting really bushy, and it's all focused on vegetation and foliage. That's when you're going to use the metal halide bulb. Now when you want to actually start producing a fruit or a flower on your plants, you're going to switch it over to the high pressure sodium bulb, which is going to help encourage more of the fruit growth or the flower development. And the reason we use these two different bulbs is because we're basically mimicking what goes on in nature. Around the spring and summertime, the spectrum of the sun and also the amount of hours the sun gives off is a lot different than when we're in the fall and the winter time. That's why plants grow really well in the spring and really well in the summer, and typically they're going to be more of a vegetative stage in the spring and the summertime. As we get over to the fall and the winter time, you'll notice that the sun starts to give off a different spectrum and the colors in the sky start to change a little bit. That's why we kind of have that orange theme come around in autumn and fall. You know, when we get to October, November, that's where that kind of comes from. So we're mimicking that with the high pressure sodium bulb as we would in nature. It's the same idea because things are going to start flowering once we get towards the end of summer and getting into fall, and we'll be harvesting basically just before winter a lot of the time. Usually people are harvesting in October. So that's what we're mimicking with these two different bulbs. One is kind of like springtime, the other one is kind of like fall time. One is for the vegetative stage, the other one is for the flowering stage. So that's why you have two different bulbs and two different options. Now, a lot of people ask, do I really need the metal halide bulb? Can I just use a high pressure sodium bulb? And the answer is, of course. This is really a better, best question when it comes to these two types of bulbs. So it's going to be better if you can use the metal halide bulb and the high pressure sodium bulb, but you can still be successful with just using the high pressure sodium bulb. It's not to say that you can't. And the way I look at this is it really depends on how you grow and your growing style. So if you're somebody who's going to vegetate your plants for at least a month, maybe even longer, then I highly encourage you to go with the metal halide bulb because it's really going to be worth it if you're going to vegetate that long. But some people are only going to vegetate for, I don't know, 5 days to maybe 15 days, you know, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks max. And then they're going to immediately go into flowering because they're focused on shorter plants, maybe more plants, and they're just going to veg short time, then flower. So if you're going to do that, you can probably get away with the high pressure sodium. You don't have to really worry about the metal halide as much. I still think the metal halide would give you a little bit better results. However, I don't think it's going to be a huge significant factor if you're going to be only vegging for about a week. So that's kind of the rundown on these two different types of bulbs, what they do, why you have two different types of bulbs, and everything like that. I hope this video helped you guys out. If you have any questions for us, leave a comment down below. As always, we'd love to hear from you. And any suggestions of videos you'd like to see, send them our way and we'll do our best to get them up for you guys. Thank you very much.